record on this computer. All right, hey team, welcome to our Wednesday night call. It is Wednesday, May 9th, and I only say this for YouTube purposes. That way, if somebody's like watching it, they can figure out which call they've listened to before. So tonight, I'm going to be talking about simple steps to build your business daily. But real quick, we're going to go over some quick announcements. And then some things that are going to be happening this month. So first things first, if you haven't ordered your To Be mindset, y'all are missing out. I'm just saying, I'm loving it. I'm down 4.8 pounds and I started on Thursday, and I also had 3 slices of pizza and a soda the other day. So it's pretty awesome. I've been working out for 6 months and I've lost the same 3 pounds following other things. So, but with that being said, if you love the containers, stick with your containers, okay? There's no like one's better than the other. Just some work better for others and containers don't work for me. So we'll go over does anybody have any questions about To Be mindset before I even tell you guys anything else? Like that you haven't ordered any reservations, what's holding you back, nothing that you've been able to figure, like some questions, anything like that? Yes, Jill. I'm going to down my water because I'm fucking hungry. All right, go ahead, Jill.
Okay. One question I got today, I followed that kind of script you had put in the team page or whatever. Show the video. And the question I got was like, well, that doesn't make any sense if I can eat what I want. And then it was followed by, I use MyFitnessPal to track. I haven't bought it yet. I'm waiting for my payday. So I don't know from someone who's kind of seen the tracking how different it is from.
So Ashley and I talked the other day. The tracker's coming out on June 4th. Happy birthday to me. It's coming out on June 4th. So yes. Once that releases, that's where you can track your foods and whatnot. So Ashley and I were actually talking the other day, and I haven't started it, but you could use MyFitnessPal to track it.
Yeah.
Until you got it in, but I'm doing pen and paper because I'm just following the program and telling people. So a lot of people are like, well, I don't understand it. Like if I'm not depriving myself, then what's any different? But you're following her steps. So, for example, I'm starving right now. Like I'm hungry. So I'm following Alana's steps, and I don't know the exact word. And Ashley Bearwald, if you want to pipe in and let me know, because you've really dug into everything as well. It's water first. So drink your 16 ounces of water. And this info is not for you to go tell your people who haven't ordered, because then why are they going to order? But then you can at least explain to them a little bit better. But it's called the More Sure model. Thank you, Ashley. And it's drink your water, because chances are you probably aren't hungry. And then once you drink your water, if you're still hungry, then you can have vegetables. You can always have all the vegetables in the world that you want. And then if you've had your vegetables, if you're still hungry, then you can have your protein. And then if for whatever reason you're still hungry after that, then you can have the FFCs. So a lot of people have been so hung up on, and I've seen this in my like mom group for Beachbody, where they feel like 3 meals and 1 snack. Like what if I want more food? Then go have more food. But be mindful about what you're eating. And it's the same way, like if you're like, well, I want to have a cheat meal. Okay, you can have a treat meal. You can have as many treats as you want, but it's water first, veggies, proteins, FFCs.
Okay.
Does that help, Joe?
Yeah, because I just haven't really looked at it as much, and I was kind of like, oh, like it kind of hit me with like I wasn't expecting that, but I can understand.
Yeah, and with this, you literally are not giving up any foods. For example, I went to Chipotle the other day. Chipotle fits in perfectly with this meal plan, and I could have sour cream. You can't have sour cream in the damn containers. I could have sour cream and not feel guilty about it. You can have a glass of wine. You don't have to give up wine for 80 days. So with that being said, and I'm going to, Jill, did you have any more questions?
No, that's fine.
Okay. I'm going to address this really quickly, and then I'll open it up to any other questions that anybody has. Yeah, and so the other thing with like MyFitnessPal, if they're using it to track, don't pay attention to the calories. We don't count calories in this program, like hallelujah. That's not a thing. But the other thing with this is somebody told me the other day, she's like, well, you can't do 80-day obsession and do To Be mindset. And I said, well, who told you that? She goes, Autumn. Well, no shit. Sorry, guys, if you have kids around you. Autumn put her heart and soul into 80-day obsession. So she's not going to be like, hey, do my workout program, but then go follow this other meal plan. So trainers may not necessarily contradict, but they're going to defend the program that they have put their blood, sweat, and tears into. So yes, you can do this and still follow other meat programs. I'm doing 80-day obsession. Guys, I'm on my second round and I've lost more weight following the 2B mindset method of eating than I did the first round of 80-day obsession. Mind you, I didn't follow the containers to a T, but I still had better results because this is what's working for me. So the other question I've got from people is, can you work out? Yes, you can. It's called extra credit, but you can still do the program and follow 2B mindset. So that was the biggest thing. Someone's like, well, Autumn did a video and says you can't do 2B mindset and do her programs. Well, she's going to defend her program, guys, okay? Just like Shalene would defend hers and Joel would defend his. Like, do what works best for you. So if you have customers that love the containers, then let them stay on their containers. But this is for people that maybe don't love the containers, that don't want to do containers after 80 days or 21 days, who don't want to be restricted from food, who fail every single time they start because they feel so restricted. Yes, what Ashley said too. So, and then the other thing I've heard from customers, and then we'll end it with that, and then I'll get into the rest, is that they're like, well, it's so contradicting. People are telling you different things. There's no right or wrong way. Containers aren't necessarily the best way. 2B mindset's not necessarily the best way. It's what works for you. So that's why it's really into diving into your customers and asking them questions and finding out where it works best for them. So anyways, with that being said, if you haven't purchased this program, guys, and especially if you're at least working in the business, whether you're hobby, business builder, a little bit of in between, invest the money in it. You get to keep it for life. That way you can explain this and just watch all the videos. Like, please do me a favor. Don't just watch the intro and then read the book. Be like, I got this. You got to watch the videos. Okay. You have to, but just give it a shot, especially if you've struggled in the past with the containers. It's really working really well for me. And this is coming from somebody who has PCOS and who has struggled losing weight thanks to hormones and having a baby for the last 6 months. Okay. She does a great job of explaining in the videos. And guys, she's so awesome. Like, I messaged her on Instagram to ask her a question and she wrote me back. Like, she's very like in touch with people and helping people. And I said this on a call the other day. Maybe it was live or maybe it was on the sneak. So 21 Day Fix was always the best-selling program that was released. That was the best-selling. 80-Day Obsession blew past 21 Day Fix. So 80-Day Obsession became the best-selling program. 2B Mindset has now blown past 80-Day Obsession and 21 Day Fix. It has now sold more than either one of those programs, with over 60,000 people that have ordered as of Saturday or Sunday. So that just goes to show you that this is helping so many people. So if you have any questions, let me know. If you've ordered and you're not in our team group for it, make sure you guys join that. That way you can ask questions, because our group will officially kick off on the 22nd or the 21st, whatever that Monday is. 21st, thanks, Ashley. So get your people in there. Once they order, they can join with the base kit, the challenge pack, or the all in. And if you didn't check out my wording on those, guys, make sure you do. And I'll stay on after the call and go over that for anybody that has any questions, because I don't want to spend the entire call talking about that. So a couple of other quick things, guys. This month, the Success Club prize is the Joel bobblehead. I don't know about you, but I want a Joel bobblehead. Actually, me and my husband both earned it. So excited. I need to add him to my collection, and now I have a backup for when Evelyn breaks mine, because it's going to happen. So make sure you guys make that happen. Last month to get your Summit ticket. If you want to go to Summit, get it. I know for sure one room needs one more person to fill a spot. So if you can make it and you're within driving distance to Indy, or if you want to fly to Indy, and my nail is snagged, but check it out. There's more info in your Coach Online office. So I guess I'm pulling that off my nail. All right, let's dive into tonight's call. So I was trying to think what I was going to go over tonight. We had to go out of town tomorrow. Cara, I'll be in your neck of the woods. I'm having dinner with Karen tomorrow night. So very thrown together, but I wanted to go over something because I've had a couple people ask me, like, what's your secret to growing? I knew I'd tell you. There is no secret. Like, there's not. It's simple steps, doing those simple steps every single day. So I'm going to go over some of the simple steps and be like, Ashley, really? This is what you have me hop on a call for? But sometimes we need to hear it again. Sometimes we need to hear the common sense, like 2B mindset. It's common sense, but we needed to hear it from somebody else. So grab a pen and paper if you don't have one. The first one, guys, is you got to work out every single day. I don't know if you guys know this, but we're in the business of health and fitness. If you didn't know, now you do. Surprise! So you got to work out. You got to be proof of the product. And now with 2B mindset, if you don't want to work out, then you need to be following 2B mindset so you can still show people that you can still reach your goals by not necessarily working out. But the next thing is y'all got to also share it. I hear too many and see too many of you, you're working out every single day, but you have to share it. And the first thing I get from people, well, people don't want to see me working out every single day. I don't want to see political rants. I don't want to see cat videos. I don't want to see whatever negative craps all over Facebook. I'd rather see somebody doing something for themselves, than all that other stuff on Facebook. Sometimes you just have to not care what other people are going to think, and you just got to do it. And the way I think about it is if it helps one person, then it's 100% worth it. Yesterday, I shared that I went for a run, and one of my girls messaged like, thank you for posting about it. It got me off the couch, and I went for a run. Like, it made one person move. That's what matters. And even if people aren't commenting or liking on things, they're watching. I always use Lisa Douglas as an example. So I've been a coach for 5 years. Lisa and I have been friends for longer than that. I went to her bachelorette party. I didn't even know Lisa, and I got dragged to her bachelorette party by somebody else. Like, that's how way back we go. She joined last year. So for 4 years, she watched me. She didn't necessarily comment or like things, but she commented. So people are always watching. Exactly, Tatiana. If they're not your person, if they're throwing shade and negativity. And I have been, that block feature on Instagram, that has been my best friend lately. I'm like, block and block and block. Like, I don't need you in my life. And that's just the way that I am. Like, I used to be the most negative person, and now I want to be surrounded by positivity. So back to the first one. You have to share your workouts. You never know who's paying attention. You never know who's watching. And y'all, this is the thing. If you're not sharing your workouts and somebody's really serious about getting healthy, they're going to go find somebody else that is sharing their workouts, okay? You got to share. And y'all, do me a favor. If you fall off the wagon and you post that you're back on the wagon, stay on that dang wagon. You can't go back a month later or 2 weeks later and be like, I fell off again, but here I am again. Like, you got to stay on and you got to do it, okay? So 1, you're working out and you're posting about it. 2, both. Tatiana, both. So I share them on Insta, and I'm getting better on my like page. I kind of abandoned my like page because I got really salty with Facebook, but I'm getting back to posting there. But you got to share them on both. So Insta stories, yes, but also share, like, whatever you share on Facebook, share it on your Insta feed, guys. Both works both ways, and we'll talk about Insta stories in just a moment with the next one. So the number 2, so I know not everybody drinks Shakeology, so this can apply to either Shakeology, Daily Sunshine, or the Performance Line. But you got to drink it, and you have to share it. So if you follow me on Insta stories, you know every single morning my posts start off with, good morning, today's workout is blah, blah, blah. Here's me making my Energize, whether it's a fancy video with me doing the same, shaking it. It's literally the same thing every single day. But do you know how many times a week people ask me what I'm drinking? I sell more Energize than I do anything else because I'm sharing it every single day. Like, I live and breathe the Performance Line. Like, I talk about it nonstop. Daniela got on! Yay! I don't know if she heard me. Oh, no, she left. Oh, wait, hold on. Daniela, can you hear me? Daniela! Yay! Everybody clap for Daniela. She got on. Yay! Okay.
Yay!
So when you watch the recording, Daniela, just go back for the first, watch the first 18 minutes.
Okay.
Okay, but yeah, y'all got to share it, and you got to share it on Insta Stories. Guys, if you're not using Insta Stories, you need to start using it. No ands, ifs, or buts about it. You got to use it. So you got to share it. And I'm not saying to share your Shaco or your Energize or whatever every single day on I don't know. I hate hearing myself too, Alicia. I sucked it up. I'm like, whatever. People can listen to me. They can love me or they can hate me. And you don't have to listen to yourself. Don't watch your stories. I'm kind of the weird person at the end of the day. I go back and I watch my day. Does anybody else do that? Tell me I'm not alone. Okay, good. I'm not alone. Okay, good. But don't share that every single day on Facebook or in an Insta post because that will get old very quickly. I usually do once a week. I share some sort of shaker cup and whatever it is, but I literally share it every single day on Insta stories because that's showing consistency and it sparks people interest and they want to know what you were drinking or what you were using. So I always am sharing Energize. Sometimes I share Recover. I try to get better with sharing Shakeology, and then I share Hydrate when I run. So if you're a runner, guys, the performance line is a big thing for people outside and triathlons and running. Like, that is what I'm like really pushing right now because I'm training for a half marathon. So that's what I'm talking about. Okay, so you guys share. Y'all, PD. So I'm not going to lie. I bought Girl Wash Your Face and I got to chapter 5 and I haven't touched it in like 2 weeks. And I can tell that I haven't because I got back into that cycle of going and looking at coaches that quit coaching or going and looking coaches that quit and went to another coach but suddenly had to block me because God forbid we still be friends, or people and start comparing. Like I got into that cycle and I was like, you know what I'm missing? I'm missing PD. So when people tell me I can't, oh yeah, Tatiana, if audiobooks works for you, I am like a squirrel, y'all. I was on the call with Daniela the other day and we were talking and I literally like looked at a bird and I lost my train of thought. So audiobooks do not work for me. They work for you. Awesome. They do not work for me. I'm like, I need to like highlight and like write notes. So I do them on my phone. But I just need to get back in it. But if you notice that you're kind of getting into that pattern of you're starting to compare yourself to others and you're starting to either get burned out or you're starting to like wonder, like, is this what I need to be doing? Or you're just being like kind of negative or you're in a funk, you need to get into PD. 10 minutes a day, whether it's a podcast, whether it's a book, the National Wake Up Call. And I'm about to say something and some of you may not agree. Trainings are not personal development. They're trainings. They're not PD, okay? So I will let you use the National Wake Up Call as your PD, but that's like once a week, okay? Once a week. Yes, sorry. I'm trying to read the comments while I talk. So I like try to read squirrel, y'all. But you got to be doing PD, okay, guys? There is a huge list in the team page in the file section that tells some really good ones. Girl Wash Your Face is a really, really, really good book. I am not a spiritual person by any means. But it is a spiritual book somewhat, like it's not like hardcore. So I still recommend it for my non-spiritual people. That's what I'm trying to get at. Go on F Yourself. I've heard is a really good one. Has anybody read it? Jill? Yeah, good. That's my next one. So there's a lot of good books. There's just, you need to be doing personal development. And I'm actually going to start tying it in to my challenge groups. Kate Hudson. Is she the Fabletics girl, Kate Hudson? Yeah, I should know that. She's got one. So I'm going to start tying them into my challenge groups because everybody needs PD. So PD, that's your third one. Okay. So you guys know those, right? Those are our vital behaviors. So I'm going to go over the next simple steps that this is what I do on a daily basis and how I've grown to where I'm at now. The fourth one is, guys, is you have to invite. And I'm not saying inviting to a challenge group, and you can throw stones at me and you can curse at me, you can call me every single name in the book, but you need to be inviting daily to people to join your team. Because if you don't invite them, somebody else is. And then you'd be like, why did they join under that person? Well, did you invite them? I've had coaches before, they're come to me like, my cousin just joined under somebody else. I'm like, oh, that sucks. Did you ever invite them to join your team? Well, no. Well, of course they're going to go under the person that invited them. So I'm going to give you guys some quick little my invite tips. Nobody likes inviting. I've been in this business for 5.5 years. I still don't like inviting. It's not fun. I like inviting on Instagram. I don't know why inviting on Instagram is not as scary as inviting on Facebook. Anybody else agree with me that invites on Instagram? Yeah, it's not as scary. And I send like the quickest invites. It literally, like, I'm a hey girl person. Sometimes it's hey hun. I say babe occasionally, but it sounds weird, so I don't really say that anymore. But it's like, hey girl, I noticed that you've been following me and watching my stories. I really appreciate it. Have you ever thought about joining me and doing what I do? That is not scary. You copy and you paste that to 10 different people, and bam, you send out invites. So I'm giving you a minimum of 2. But for my people that are like, I want to pay off debt. I want to reach 10 star. I want to reach diamond, or I want to be a leader premier at the end of the year. You need to 10 times those numbers. It's the 10x effect. If you haven't read that book, make sure you guys do that. You need to 10x those. So if you're inviting 2 people a day and you're shooting for diamond, I want you to shoot for 10 people a day. Super easy to do. And you never run out of people as long as you're growing your social media, which is one of the other tips. You got to invite at least 2 daily. And if you're not inviting right now, start off with 1 and work into baby steps until you get comfortable and you can do more than 1 a day. But if you have big goals, you need to 10x those goals. So 2 is not good enough if you're trying to hit diamond or you're trying to hit star diamond by the end of the year or whatever. You got to magnify those goals. I have it and I get confused, but I like it more. Okay. I'm going to talk to Tatiana's point real quick. Do not share your Insta post directly to Facebook. Tatiana's like, what? Don't do that. Facebook will not show them as much. Even though it's owned by the same company, Facebook views it as using a third party to post that. So this is what I do. I copy my text in my Instagram. I copy it. So then I post it to Instagram, and then I go to Facebook and I post that. So I post it directly to Facebook. So don't directly share Instagram to Facebook, okay? So just touching point on that real quick. All right, guys, the next thing, number 5, is you got to check into your challenge group. Your challenge groups will fail if you're failing to check in. I'm not saying you have to comment on every single post, because I definitely do not do that. But I also have coaches that are helping me basically run my summer bod group. Like Alicia is great at commenting on other people's posts. So she's kind of like my little assistant in that group. And I know Heather does a great job. And there's a couple other people there that really help out in there. But without hashtags are pointless on Facebook. If I see you using a hashtag, unless it's like funny, like sometimes we use funny ones to like just be like smirky, but don't be using hashtags on Facebook. They're pointless. But you got to check into your challenge group. If you're not checking in, chances are your challengers aren't going to be checking in. So you got to be active and you got to post in your challenge groups. Whether you just want to do it at the end of the night and you want to give a summary of your day, that's fine. Or you can check in at random parts of the day. But your challenge groups is what's going to run your business. I've been running challenge groups for 5.5 years, and that is the cornerstone of my business. So you have to follow up with your challenge groups. And if you're not running your own challenge groups and you have people in a challenge group that I'm running, check in with them. Make sure that you search for their posts so you can directly comment on their posts, because you want to make sure that they're seeing you and they still know that you're being active in those groups. Number 6, guys, is follow-ups. You have to follow up. So I have a group conversation for everybody that's pushing for diamond. And if you're pushing for diamond and you're not in that group conversation, shoot me a message so I can add you. Every single Thursday, they got to send me a BAT. Jill, I said message me, not Jill's not even paying attention already. But they have to send me their BAT. And I've heard the last couple of weeks, well, I'm not tracking. If you are not tracking your business, you are missing out on people. You have to track your business, because if you are starting 10 plus conversations a day, there is no way in heck that you are remembering who you need to follow up with. So I don't care if you want to use a pen and paper. I don't care if you want to use Excel sheet. My Connection Builder, is that what it's called, Emily? My Connection Builder, $5 a month, and you can track your conversations in there. You got to track your business. So you got to be doing your follow-ups. Follow up with the people that told you no. Follow up with the people that you have in your to-be mindset group. That you see, squirrel, Jill just messaged me and it like made me look over. Message people that are in the to-be mindset sneak peek. Check in with them. Follow up with the people that have already ordered, which goes into my next one, number 7. You have to follow up with your past CPers and what CPers are, challenge pack purchases, especially for my people. So you want to follow up with all of your customers, obviously, but your people that sold challenge packs or bought a challenge pack last month, for example, if you sold somebody a challenge pack with Shakeology, invite them to join the business the following month. So Cara is it Cara or Kara? Cara or Kara? Kara, number 2. I am horrible with names. I've said this every single time. We used to have a girl on our team named Layla. I called her Lilia for a year until one day she's like, Ashley, it's Layla. I'm like, hey, cool. really bad with names. So Kara, did I say it right? Kara. Yes. I will now forever remember that. Kara, bought a challenge pack for me. No, she switched over and then bought a challenge for me. And I probably nagged her literally every single month. I was like, just a reminder, you can get a discount this month. And I am the nagger because I like to save people money. So I am that person that literally every single month I'm following up with my people that are on Home Direct, or I'm following up with the people that signed up last month. So you got to follow up with your customers, guys. And then number 8, guys, you have to be adding to your network. So what do I mean by that? Whether you're adding friends on Facebook or you're actively growing your Instagram and you're going and following other people in hopes that they follow you, because you will run out of your warm market. You will. And then I'm going to hear from you, well, I can't hit Success Club because I don't have anybody left to invite, or I'm out of my warm market. I have hit Success Club 53 months in a row. I don't know how many years that is. Is that 4 years? Something like that, give or take. Yeah, y'all do the math. 4-ish, we'll go with it. And it's never people in my warm market. Very rarely, it's people in my cold market. It's people that are following me. It's people that I'm inviting. So I'm going to say this in the most loving way. It annoys the crap out of me when a coach is like, well, I couldn't hit Success Club because I didn't have people. I don't have people, but that's never been a reason for me not to hit Success Club. Ever. And I'm not saying you need to compare your business to my business, because my business is obviously a lot different, because I've been doing this for 5 years and I've grown it to the point that it's at. But you can do the same. I hate hearing from coaches, well, I can't be as successful as you because I just started. I just started too, people. Like 5 years ago, I started with nobody. I started with 0 coaches. I started with 0 Success Club points. And now I hit it consistently every single month. By doing these steps, guys, if you're doing these steps, you will hit Success Club every single month. That is how I have grown my business to be where it's at. So, and those are simple, right, guys? Like, I hear often this business is complicated. This business is not complicated. This is the most uncomplicated thing ever. You're getting paid to work out. You're getting paid to be healthy. You just have to follow these steps to grow your business. And if you're not following these daily steps, then that's probably why you're not growing. And if it works for you, so I know almost all of you are probably full-time workers, whether you're a stay-at-home mom, and that is a full-time job. I don't care what anybody says. And maybe divide these up. So maybe you want to do all your follow-ups on Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and do all your inviting on Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday. That is totally okay. But as long as you're doing these steps on a weekly and daily basis, then that will grow your business, aside from 1 through 4. Like, those should at least still be daily, okay? Those should be daily. Alicia, have you watched the social media call? Yeah, okay. And I can do another call on social media, like to do questions. And I'll open up to questions in just a couple minutes at the end, and I'll go over that too. But guys, you can do this. Like, this business is not hard. This business is not complicated. Like, we are doing an amazing job this year. I pulled up a report in the Coach Online office. This year alone, we've added 90 new coaches to our team. 90 new coaches. Like, that's pretty awesome, especially considering last year we probably added 10. Just kidding. But that is pretty awesome. So we're on an amazing track. I actually talked to corporate the other day. Our team is on track to hit elite, which is amazing. Like, we're on the right path. So we're doing everything we need to do, but I know that we can do more. I know that we can help more people. We just have to be consistent, and we can't give up, and we have to stay on this uphill swing. So with that being said, does anybody have any questions about these 8 things? Anything to add? Yeah, Olivia, do you want me to unmute you? Or do you want me to, yeah, Olivia's like, yes, unmute. Oh, how do I unmute? Why isn't unmuting? All right, go ahead, Olivia. No.
Last time I posted a picture had anything to do with Beachbody, I got another direct sales person. I don't even know if they were bot or real, trying to sell me water that was not going to kill me.
Was it on Instagram?
Yes.
You can't worry about that. There's bots on Instagram. I ignore those comments. I leave them on there because it helps with engagement. You just ignore them. They're just bots, and you can't let that stop you. You just keep going. It's people that just automatically, they have it set up with a software that they shoot out messages depending on what hashtag that you're using.
Okay.
So yeah, pay no attention to it. Anybody else have any other questions about anything that I went over? And then I'll answer Alicia's question, and then I will end the call with the recording and then open up to any questions that you guys have about TV or anything going on. So Alicia asked real quick how to find people on Instagram. Hashtags. Hashtags. So what I do is when I watch a show, which reminds me, Chicago PD finale is in 25 minutes. So y'all have until 9:55. Love you. Is I look up different hashtags and I tend to like and comment on those hashtags. So if whatever relates to you, so like I was talking to Daniela about this actually on the phone the other day, find 10 things that are about you that aren't about fitness and look through those hashtags. So like I'm a dog mom, I'm a first time mom, I use C-section a lot because I had a C-section, PCOS, endometriosis, running, anything like that, zoo life, like literally things that you enjoy doing. Look up those hashtags on Instagram and comment and like. So Shalene's was 531. Yeah, you like my number skills there. 531. So you like 5 of their pictures, you comment on 3 of them with genuine comment. It's not like cool, love this, awesome. And you hope to gain 1 follower. So you want to try to engage with people because then they're going to engage back with you. Like that's the hope. So that's how I find people on Instagram. I love Instagram. That's where my mojo is right now. And I will also say, get this, guys, try not to get focused on the numbers when it comes to Instagram because it's going to change and it's going to fluctuate. But as long as you're consistent, that's what matters. All right. Does anybody have any other questions about this? And then I'll end the recording to go over any questions that people had about 2B because I didn't want to spend the entire call on that, like the recorded portion. No. All right. We're really official when